am I gonna get it? How am I gonna get it? How am I gonna get it? Whip.
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Rodgers-Packers going up against Manning's Giants. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium as we welcome in our guys, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. Coming to you from just off the New Jersey Turnpike in East Rutherford. We are just about set for football on EA Sports from MetLife Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. Shift together here from the D-line. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Caught left side, it's Beckham. Here's a nugget, Charles, on OBJ. This year he had 101 catches, now 288 for his first 3 years in the league. That ties him with his former LSU teammate, Jarvis Landry, for most catches for a receiver in their first 3 years in the NFL.
And just think about it this way. LSU is known as a running back factory as well. So wide receivers coming into the league and doing the damage they're doing, absolutely incredible. But I do know this. OBJ will tease his former teammate and say, don't forget, we're tied, but I missed a few games my rookie year. If I'd played those games, I'd be way ahead of you.
They run again with Jennings. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here we go now with a look at the offensive starters for the New York Football Giants.
And Rashad Jennings, a running back, 7th-round pick when he came out. People tended to overlook him a little bit. But the last half of 2015, when he got the ball full-time, he showed his wares. Over 800 yards, he definitely has a 1,000-yard season in his future. And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Manning now on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down. And a look at the defense now. Manning will try again on 2nd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. Looking for his receiver sharp, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And as the Packers get set to come back out on offense, and Charles, I want to ask you a question. You can take it offensively or defensively for Green Bay as they look to next year. Where do they need to focus, draft and otherwise?
I think I'll start on the offensive side of the ball, and I think running back is going to be a position they have to address. No matter what they decide to do with Eddie Lacy, decide what they're going to do with Ty Montgomery, but get more running backs into the mix. I think offensive line, you're always wanting to fortify that position. But flip it over to the defensive side. Who's going to be the pass rusher besides Clay Matthews? Is Nick Perry still coming on? Do they have to draft someone else to help supplement Julius Peppers? In the secondary, they need corners that can cover. That's a big spot for them.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. The linebacker, Kelvin Shepard, brings him down. And for this offensive unit, Eddie Lacy, sometimes he even has the Auburn fans saying roll tide.
Now that's big right there, because for them to say that, wow, that tells you how good a talent he really is. When he gets rumbling, the field tilts in his favor.
Maybe I overstepped my bounds there a bit, but he's good.
Brandon, you never want to get in the middle of Alabama versus Auburn.
Six yards here to go for the offense on second down. They run it again with Lacy. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? And quickly the starting 11 now for the New York defense.
Jonathan Hankins is a run-stuffing defensive tackle. He creates a pile-up with each and every snap.
So they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
It's caught. Nelson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
That one goes for 24 yards. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They stay on the ground on first down with Lacy. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried them down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all, because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score?
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And he holds it in. But no, they say no. He could not get both feet down.
Oh, man, I'm a stickler for the rules. I get it. You've got to come down, and your feet have to be down in the end zone. I get all of that. But that catch was so spectacular. I just want to give it to him anyway.
Count it?
Oh, I want to count it anyway.
Unfortunately, it will not count. It was a great catch, but he couldn't stay in bounds. Six plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Time running out here on the play clock. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And for Montgomery in the NFC Championship game, you know, the Pack fell behind so early, they didn't really do anything with a running game. He had just 3 carries, 17 yards in that affair.
So that leads to the question of, what do they do next year? I mean, is Ty Montgomery going to become a full-time running back? Does he have to change his number from 88 to a running back number? Kristen Michael was the backup in this game. Eddie Lacy was injured earlier this year. So do you even bring Eddie Lacy back? I do know this, though. In the 2017 draft, there are a ton of running backs coming out of college.
Is that the biggest question for Green Bay, that running back position?
I think it's one of the major questions for them. Get settled at the running back position so you don't have to rely on the Aaron Rodgers magic each and every game.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I got to get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now Rodgers. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves his sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. The play clock's running down. So an entertaining first half, and now we have hit the 2-minute warning. So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Eddie Lacy, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
New York set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterbacks.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Reset.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Big sack on 2nd down. Now the offense needs to convert here on 3rd.
Over here, reset.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, partner, anytime someone tells me their fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. And now out come the Giants. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Well, you know, Charles, understandably, all the talk right now about the Super Bowl. Don't forget this week the Pro Bowl as well, down in Orlando. New location, back to the old format, AFC versus NFC.
And I like that. Now you don't have teammates having to play against teammates. I think it's more recognizable for the fans watching the game, so that should be fun. But also, how great is it that for our friends here at Madden, the game is right here in Orlando, so we can just pop over, check out practices, check out all the events leading up to the game. That should be a whole lot of fun. And it stamps Orlando is a big league city.
Over the middle to Beckham. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing on 1st down is Manning. Caught left side, it's Beckham. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, that's the Kickstarter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really is, but what really makes it work is just how unflappable Eli is with his demeanor, able to maintain his calm and his poise. Because we know, OBJ, he can run pretty hot and get excited out there.
Sometimes just one-handed grabs for him.
It doesn't matter what it is. Just throw it up there. He'll go get it. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
One final try now for Manning. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard as time expires in the first half. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. It's a gain of 14 there. And that leads to a Green Bay first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now a first down carry. It's Lacy. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, here's Rodgers. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And a cut to the... And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Eddie Lacy, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers add on to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So the D-line's going to spread out. One receiver left, three to the right. Now Manning throwing on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And now it's third down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Manning going to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got him in. Complete. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Manning. Escaping the pressure right. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Now Manning underneath for Jennings. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. In the red zone this time. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Again, it's Manning. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Will tie. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They come out here in the eye. Again, it's Lacey. Shreds the tackle. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
I have to admit to a little bit of surprise on that play call. Short yardage and they try to go wide. They got spilled for their efforts.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Manning to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle to Beckham. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And if the defense can hold here, this ball game is over.
And they're thinking more than just holding. They're thinking about a takeaway to finish things off.
Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Now Manning, gotta have this one. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
They'll try to close it out now. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
When you got a big guy like that in your backfield who runs as a big man and breaks tackles, it is paramount for a defense to have extra defenders in his vicinity at all times. Because you got to figure he's going to break through the first guy. You're going to need tacklers.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
It's over for you, playboy. They tried to help you. They tried to help you.
They come out here in the eye. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Lacey.
They tried to help you much as they could.
This one's not going to go anywhere. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. Here's Jacob Shum now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will change here with very little time remaining in this contest. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. He's back to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Julius Peppers coming in from his outside linebacker spot. He buries him for a loss of 10 or 11. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got the Knox in the house, right? And I go by the name of Wyclef. I bought the band. And we need all the ladies to report on the dance floor. And you know my slogan, no fighting in the hall.
Poppin' nugget when I met you, shorty had the long extension. Told her I'm a bad man, but I only got the best intentions. Tougher, not a bluffer. I want you to be my lead, don't have to take it undercover. Just on the bells are ringing, people singing, rice is throwing, flower bringing. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, the honeymoon is when we going, and I take you to a place that you didn't even know exists. What's your wish? Dinner at the Eiffel Tower in Paris.
Shot us in the basement party, yeah. Turn into the greatest party, yeah. Never see my baby coming. Just once, then we went up. Yeah. In my love a tripping, yeah. Now I feel my body drifting, yeah. Baby girl, she got me lifted. Am I tripping? She's so. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. 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 Jaws dropping when she walking, kind of thing that happen often. More than just a little. I be shooting down the city, black the latest gears. When she where you see that sun in the air. Fashion week all year, throwing money in the air. Just happy with my lady. Other girls they wanna hate her. It comes with the territory. Ball players wanna date her. All we got is loyalty. I'm treating you like royalty. I'ma spoil you every day of the week. Shot us in the basement party, yeah. Turn into the greatest party, yeah. Never see my baby coming. Just once, then we went up. Yeah. In my love a tripping. Now I feel my body drifting. Baby girl, she got me lifted. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. 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 Excuse her while she kisses the sky.
Like a river, 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 like a river.